Hello, this is SirStillwater. In this video, this is going to be part of the beginner series, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about the early days coin and supply production. So, the last video, and if you didn't watch it, it might be maybe worth watching because it'll kind of get this started, but it's not necessary. I went ahead and created a new world, a village in a new world, which is Mount Kilmore. So let me jump in there real quick. So in this new world, I basically just started. I've got 10 minutes of gameplay on that world. I log in. I've got no history. I've got no anything. It did come up and talk about the. I logged in once after my last video, and it did say that I've got the castle system, so I can come over and hit that. Let me just do that now. Let's start there. We'll go ahead and hit the castle. We'll go ahead and do our daily collect. We'll talk more about the castle in a separate video. The important thing here at the beginning is make sure you stop by once a day and do your collect, because that's eventually going to unlock your level 1 rewards. We'll talk about that in a separate video. I slide back over here to the start of the village, and I can zoom in and out if I'm playing on a PC or a computer with a mouse, which I am, or even on a laptop or whatever. You can do the scroll wheel and zoom in and out. So that's what I'll do here. I'll kind of zoom out so I can see everything. Click and hold and drag over the buildings to collect. And these are some basic. We get some coin production, and we got some supply production. And we got a couple troops here, a couple spear fighter producing. So I'm really early, Bronze Age. Let's look at the research tree, and you see I'm super early, right? I went from Stone Age to Bronze Age in the last video. I basically did a couple things in the storyline, which was basically unlock stilt houses and spears, and that's kind of where I'm at now. So now I'm going to kind of go a little off script here, or from what the storyline wants me to do, and I'm going to kind of do my own thing. So I have 8 FPs, 8 forge points I can spend. I would have had 6. It's been 2 hours since I logged in last from when I made that last video. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock pottery. So I click on that. I'll use 3 FPs. So that's unlocked. So now I can build those. You see I just completed one of the quests in the storyline, and it's the research pottery. I collect my 600 supplies. It's really important to collect these supplies here early, because every supply and every coin and every forge point means a lot, especially this early in the game, because you're going to bottleneck pretty soon. So you kind of make the most of what you can. So let's see, this acquire. This is part of the continent map. If I complete that piece, I'll go ahead and pick up a single stone thrower. So I'll have that plus my spears. Or have a pottery, and I'll get 3 more FPs, which is pretty advantageous. So I'd like to do that. So, okay. Which pottery is where? Pottery's down here. Nope, that's fruit. Wait, is that pottery? Yeah. Have a pottery. Oh, have a pottery. Oh, having built it. Yeah, because I already unlocked it, didn't I? Yeah, I did right here, pottery. So I need to build one of those in order to unlock that. So we'll do that in just a minute. But meanwhile, I've got my 5 FP. I will go ahead and unlock the stone circle. Given the choice, I can either go for a bigger square or I can go for the stone circle. Either way, I'm going to need to do, if you kind of look across these, the only thing I don't need it to do is to unlock this square. I'm going to need to do both of these, but I'm going to go ahead and do that now at this time. And I will explain that later. Okay, so now I'm back at my village. Let's kind of zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. I've got some production buildings not doing anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do my hunter's cabin. I'll produce. So those are kind of making the one time that they, the one time frame that they can. Now I want to go ahead and I want to place a pottery, but I can't because I don't have enough population. You see 41 populations required, and what do I have? I've got 28, so I need to build some. I can do stilt houses, long houses. I don't want to spend my diamonds. I have diamonds because the diamonds are shared across all the worlds. I don't want to spend those right now. So, and I could build a hut for 14. It produces every 5 minutes. A stilt house produces every 5 minutes. 11, that's 6. 2x2, 2x2, same size, just costs a little more. So I'll go ahead and I'll build some stilt houses. Okay. These do need to be connected. That's why you see that they're sitting there with a broken road. So I'll go ahead and move that one down here. I will build a trail to go down here. And that will get me producing enough population. Once it's done researching, you see I got a couple more seconds. And I jumped from 48 to 72. I can now build a pottery. So now I go to here. Oh, look, pottery is able to be built. I will build a pottery. I'll kind of throw that there. Close this. Go do my collect. That gives me 3 more forge points. Okay, if I gather 8 supplies, I'll get 3 more forge points, which is fantastic. That should be enough there. Because those little 5-minute productions, good. Now I can research construction, which I already did. I'll pick up some coin. Have a stone circle. We'll talk about that in a minute. Meanwhile, I don't want these to sit idle, so let me get these producing. So, good. So now I've got those. Now I picked up my 6 forge points from my quests. I can jump over here, and I can go and unlock the wheel, which I'm going to need to do in order to unlock stuff on the next tier. I now have 2 FPs left over. I can look at what do I want to use these for. Let's see. I could do some military slingers, which I really don't care about at this point. I can unlock the chalet, which is a 4-hour production, which I think I'm going to want that. And the reason for that is I'm not going to be on all the time, so those can actually accumulate a lot more coin while I'm offline. So, and then I can also do the fruit farm, which will unlock the welcome event. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and go towards that chalet. Jump out of here. Look, I got some coin to collect. See, that's the problem now is all these coins are all 5-minute productions. So every 5 minutes, if I don't collect them, it's sitting there doing nothing. I'm not getting anything more in return. Here we go, Hunter's Cabin. I can go ahead and produce. Okay, whoops. And that's going to keep producing some coin. You see, some supply. So I got 1417 supply, 1793 coin, and so on. So now I have a quest where I need to build a stone circle, which is a 3x3. It produces 182 happiness, which is pretty good. We'll go ahead and just throw that down here. Stone circle, look, you notice it does need to be attached to a road. So I will move that down here. And the nice thing about these trails, the 1x1s, they don't give you anything, but they don't cost you anything either. And by anything, I mean they don't give you any happiness. Later roads will. You know, just keep grinding, picking up these 30-second productions. Okay, good. So now I completed that quest. Once you place it, it completes the quest. So unless it's something where you have to have certain population or whatever, then you actually literally have to finish doing its thing. Have 4 still houses. I've already done that. Pick up 2 more. Research the wheel. I've already done that. So this is nice. So you can just kind of turn these over pretty quick. Place an expansion. See, now that's that unlock I did. I have an expansion I can place to get 400 more supplies. Again, I'll pick up what I can when I can. I'm trying to keep this at about 10 minutes, so I'm just going to kind of make the most of what I can. And if you have any questions or whatever, you can just kind of rewind a little bit or ask me any questions down below, and I will go ahead and respond to those questions. Okay, let's see. Or ideally, if you're in this world, please send me a friend request once we get to that point. That'd be awesome. That'd really be awesome to connect. So I'm going to go ahead and place an expansion. I have an expansion I can use to spend some coin on. I don't want to spend diamonds. I want to hold those diamonds as long as I can. So I will go ahead and actually I'll put it over on this side here. Bam, there's my expansion. You can put it wherever you want, but I'm going to build going this way, going down. Okay, gather 8 supplies, gather 8 coins. Anything I collect next is going to meet that. Okay, good. Let's go back over here. I now have 2 forge points I can go ahead and put back on that towards that chalet. I need 1 more to unlock that chalet, which will give me some 4-hour production. So there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So basically what I did in this video was I went ahead and added a bunch of stilt houses. I added some a pottery, and I added a, ooh, look, there's my collection. And I also added a stone circle. You notice this is kind of a mess right now. I also added a expansion square. So you notice this is kind of a mess right now. I'm going to go ahead and make the most of this here in the next video, where I go ahead and reorganize the city a little bit, get some efficiency. I think I'm probably overproducing happiness right now, which I am, and I'll talk about that there. So that said, I am going to jump out of this video. And a couple things I do want, in closing, I do want to make a couple quick notes from my last video. I had mentioned the building. I couldn't remember what the building was that I did spend diamonds on early in my Forge of Empires playing, and it was a bazaar. So, which is kind of an interesting building. It's one of the very first buildings where you can choose the time duration and the different type of reward. Also, I mentioned, when I listened back to my own video, I said it was 10 years ago that I started playing the game on January 8th, 2014. I guess it's 2025 right now. So technically that was 11 years. So apparently I can't do math. And next question I have is, should I show my face in the video? I can. I thought about it. I haven't yet, but do you care? Let me know. Throw a comment down below. I may put a survey in the community tab too. And then let's see. And also I'm going to put, just kind of as a little housekeeping note, I am going to put something in to distinguish the different types of videos, whether they be a random ramblings, a specific building, or just a general kind of a gameplay type. So to kind of distinguish the content. So if you're looking for certain types of things, so either gameplay or you just want to deep dive into different videos or whatever, I'll be doing that. And then also just want to make a note, they've got a new feature coming next week, which is going to be kind of neat, and it's going to be a visit all taverns, which is kind of like a Palivate all buildings, but for taverns, which is going to be a neat feature to add. It won't matter where I'm at in this world, but it will mean something in the next worlds, and when this gets a little bit bigger. So that said, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching. Questions, comments, suggestions, all that, please leave them below. And if you're not subscribed, if you are subscribed, thank you. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. Thank you.